Tales from the Old Couch.
You know, I built this set in my house in Barry, Vermont, and just on the other side of this camera and desk, there is an old couch. My wife has wanted me to get rid of the old couch forever, but it's comfortable. It sits here in my studio, and it used to be in our living room. Over the years, the stories that it could tell. I mean, I like to sit here and sit on the old couch and think. You know, my wife and I, we raised three beautiful girls, and as a dad, I did a lot of parenting from that old couch. And my wife and I, as I go through a lot of changes in my life, she's going through a lot in hers too. And as a family, we're going through a lot of changes. For the first time in about 28 years, we're about to be empty nesters. And I look at that old couch and think about raising kids, and I couldn't ask for better kids. Compared to me, they got into way less trouble growing up than I did. In fact, in terms of getting into trouble, they're pretty much angels compared to me. I don't know what I did or how I deserve all three of them, but somehow I got them. That, however, doesn't mean that raising three girls didn't drive me crazy. Oh, I got the T-shirt. You have no idea what it's like to live in a house where everyone except you is female. All right. And for most of the 20 years, there wasn't even a male pet in the house. All right. I would come home from work, and it was like there was an estrogen bomb that had gone off in the house. You don't understand. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I have friends that have boys that would tell me, I don't know what to do with them. They're always beating on each other. They're always roughhousing. And let me tell you something. I will take roughhousing and beating up on each other any day over the super cinematic, dramatic experience of being a teenage girl. Everything is a crisis. Everything is over the top. Everything is drama. Today was the worst day of my life. I think between the three of them, I heard that phrase every day for about 13 years. You guys with boys, you have no idea how easy you got it. So now what? Every time the subject comes up, my wife, she starts to cry. And being the alpha male in the house, oh, come on, don't do that. Please, please don't cry. You know, I remind my wife that Lucille Ball once said, "You see your kids much more after they leave home," which I know is true because my daughters live in their rooms and only come up for air when dinner's done. That's all there's to it. And I really, really, truly, honestly am excited to see them take on the world. Admittedly, excited for my wife and I to have our time, and really, however, most of all, just want to vacuum in the nude. That's what it's all about. Is that wrong? I don't know. One of my daughters has already gifted us with two adorable grandchildren, and I know there's more on the way. And look, I know all three are going to make us really proud. I love my girls. I can't wait to see what they're going to accomplish. And they always know they're welcome home. It sure will be different without them, though. And maybe that's why my wife is crying. Maybe it's not so much as she'll miss them. Maybe it's more that she's thinking about having to spend every day of the rest of her life with just me. And come to think of it, I'd probably cry too.